Good morning everyone and welcome to Beginner's Bar. It's our second class in the series, so hopefully you've done last week's class and enjoyed it and you're dying to do a little bit more. So we're going to be working on technique, we're going to be working top to toe, so do make sure that you are fit and well enough to join in this class. Listen to your body, so if you have issues with knees, hips, feet, shoulders, wherever, never force yourself to work through that range of movement that will cause symptoms to come on or pain. We don't want to go there, but if you keep working in your symptom-free range of movement, that range of movement will hopefully start to get bigger and you'll get better mobility and better strength. So this is really good for dodgy feet, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. Okay, we're going to be working everything. We're going to be focusing on the core a little bit too, and we're certainly going to be doing some upper body work with some weights. So I've got some 1 kilogram hand weights. If you haven't got those, grab a couple of tins out of your cupboard, a couple of water bottles, that will be absolutely fine. Got Mary this morning. Good morning, Mary. Okay, so make sure that you've got those ready to hand and you've got your bar, whatever it is that you're using for that little bit of support today. So it needs to be a good height so that you are not having to lean down to it or having to hitch your shoulder up by your ear. So it could be a chair, kitchen counter. You can even do this hand onto the wall if you haven't got anything else available. It's just something there to help you with your balance, stability and confidence so that you can focus on other areas of the body. Okay, so you are taking part in this class at your own risk. Make sure that wherever your bar is, whatever you're using, you've got space at the front, space at the side and space at the back. Okay, so that we can work the body in lots of different ways. So it is 10 o'clock, we're going to make a start. I'm just going to turn the volume down on that music a little bit and get it going. Well, that was maybe a bit too quiet. There we go. Right, so we're going to start sideways onto the bar today, and I'd like you to come into good standing posture, Pilates good standing posture. So the hand is resting gently on the bar, the shoulder is down, and we're lifting out of the hips so that you can feel your core switch on. So I want you to think about growing taller. Chin is slightly nodded towards the collarbone and pushed back, and we've got that pelvis into neutral. We're going to take the hand onto the hip to begin with. Shoulders relax down, and we're going to just lift the heel and get a nice bend in the toes. So we're going to lift and down. So if you have problems in your feet with arthritis, bone spurs, bunions, just work through your symptom-free range of movement. And as you place that heel back down, just check you're not locking your knee. So we want to straighten but not lock the knee. And this hip is staying still. We're going to do 4 more. Keep pulling up tall, we want that core to stay active. 2, 1. Now we're going to hold it here with the heel up. Can you circle the ankle? Now the knee is going to move round and so is the hip. But I want you to think of gliding from the big toe to the little toe and back round through the ball of the foot. So tips of the toes, ball of the foot. 1 more. Let's go the other way to the little toe and round. So just waking them up. There might be a bit of clicking going on. That's okay if it's not accompanied by pain and it stops. Okay, let's bring that heel down and up. Down and up. Still growing taller. 2 more. Now we're going to stay up this time, but we're going to lift onto the tip of the toe and down. Tip and down. So you're going from the tip of the toe to the ball of the foot. If that's not comfortable, just do the heel lifts instead. Now hold this last one. If it's available to you, can you push your heel forwards and feel that arch contract? Just hold that for a moment and roll back down. Now we're going to take the arm down by the side. Standing tall, I want you to think of your squat. So we're going to take a little squat and up. Just really small. Just start warming up the hips and thinking about maintaining that neutral spine. Crown of the head extending forwards. 3, 2, 1, and down. Now, we're going to take those feet into first position now. Let's squeeze the heels together. Squeeze the knees up tight together so that you can feel that's coming from the hips from here. We're going to round the arm and you're going to lift it so that your fingertips are opposite your tummy button. This is first position. Are your arches lifted? So try and squeeze back. We're going to go into some pliés now. So we're pressing out, shoulders stay over the hips. So we're pressing out and up. Just small, but I want you to really think about pressing the knees back. Pressing the thighs back rather. I think sometimes when we say press the knees back, people can twist the leg from the knee and that's not good for your knee joint. So think about pushing your thighs back. Now into some rises, let's come up onto the toes and down. Toes, can you control it back down? Try not to land with a thumb. Just again keeping it small, it's only a little. One more. Now we're going to take the arm up. If that's not available, go across your chest into a stretch. Up and down. Lifting up and stretch. Up and down. Again, up. Lift taller. Think of reaching across. Last one. Lift out of the hips. Exhale. Up and down. Wonderful. Okay, let's do those on the other side. Get the other side of the body nice and warm. So we're back to our good standing posture. Heels under your hip bones. Pelvis neutral. Think of drawing up all the way to the rib cage. Hand resting on the hip. Shoulder relaxed into your foot pedals, up and down. So remember, it doesn't need to be high. Staying pulled up on your standing leg though. We've got 3 more, 2, and then we're going to hold this last one for our little ankle circles, rolling across. So as big or as small as feels comfortable for you. Now we're going to reverse them. Let's go round the other way. Really roll through those toes, get that ankle moving. One more, and then we're going straight back to those foot pedals. So we're going to go down and up, down and up, down and up. Are we still lifting and tall, or have you relaxed into it? Pull up. We've got 2 more. Now this time we're going all the way up onto the toe, or you can keep going. And down. Onto the tip of the toe. And down. Up. And down. Up onto that tip. And down. 4 more. 3, 2, now 1, stay here, and if it's available to you, can you push that heel forwards and feel your arch contract? So it's not pressing the toe down into the floor, it's pushing the heel forwards. So let's peel it up, roll it back down, and then let's come into, squats first, isn't it? Arm down, we're standing tall, neutral spine. Okay, so we're going into that little squat. Just thinking about pressing into the heels. So I want you to make sure that you feel you're sitting back. The toes stay down, but we sit into the heels. And making sure those knees are going over the toes. That's why we're keeping it small now. Let's focus on good technique. One more. Okay, now from there, let's come into first position. Heels together, wrap from the hips, squeeze up nice and tight. Let's round that arm and lift, so fingertips are opposite the tummy button. And we've got lovely wide collarbones. Let's go into our plies, arches lifted. Okay, so we're going to press out, squeeze up, press. Now really squeeze those knees together, squeeze the thighs together. You could exhale as you do this and do a little bit of a pelvic floor lift. Four, and 3, 2, are we ready for some rises? We're coming up onto the toes and down. Now as you rise up, just make sure you keep that turn out and you're pressing more into your second toe. If you feel you're going all into your little toe, you wobble. Okay, excuse me, I've got a crumb from breakfast. Right, we're going to go into a stretch. Over to the side, lengthen, and down. Now I'd like you to exhale here and feel that all these tummy muscles pull in. So keep that going for me, and what it isn't a crunch down, it's a stretch. Okay, so you've probably got one more with me. And back down. Wonderful, let's give that shoulder a roll. Okay, we're going to turn to face the bar now. So I'm going to put mine on a bit more of an angle. And we're going to step to hip distance again. We're going to come back to similar move with the legs, but this time we're not doing a squat. I'd like you to think of this as a parallel plie. So could you keep your shoulders over your hips here? Hands resting softly, we're pulled up tall. So a little bend and up. Now just watch as you pull up that you don't push your bottom out and arch your back. Exhale. Keep that rib to hip connection. Keep it going for me. Could you think of a square from your hip bones to your ribs? It's more of a rectangle, but square sounds better. Square aware. Keep that square intact so that we don't stretch it, distort it. 3, 2, we're going to do one more and then we're going up onto both toes, both sets of toes, up and down. Can you lift a little bit higher this time? So we've warmed the feet up. Is that letting you get a little bit higher? And again, making sure we're pressing into the second toe and that we're going up and down rather than forwards and back, so it's not a rock. And back. Are you travelling closer to your bar? Keep it smaller if you are. Last one, back to the knee bends, parallel plie. 3. We're going to do 2 more, and then back to those rises. 4, and down. 3, 2. Now can you stay in this rise for me? Foot pedals. Press, 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 press. Now just notice what's happening with your hips. Are they doing a bit of a salsa? Try and keep them going up and down. Nice strength in the side of the hips. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now can you finish on that rise for me? Now this is a little bit trickier. You can come onto the flat if you want. Parallel plie. Keep it small. Just a little knee bend. If you need to come down onto your heels, please do. 4, 3, are those heels staying high? 2, 1, and up. Roll down through the feet. We're going into hip rolls now, so we're going to bend the knees, lift the heels, push up and down. As we do that, keep the pelvis neutral, abdominals in. Bend, heels, up and down. Bend and heels, up and down. 4. Really pull up through those legs. Tall. 2 more. Bend, heels, up and down. Last one. Now reverse. Lift, bend, push down, straighten. Lift, bend, push down and straighten. Rise up onto those toes. Try and keep the heels high as you bend the knees. Are your thighs starting to shake? Push and straighten. Last one. Now let's give those calves a bit of a stretch out. So what we're going to do is lean over the bar a little. I'm going to step one leg back at a time. So step it back, push the heel down, peel it up, step in. Same leg, step, push, keep the spine tall, try not to round, up and in. We're keeping that breath flowing. Step, roll, up and in. Last one, but we're going to stay here. Now, if you can deepen that stretch a little, can you bend the front knee into a lunge and feel a deeper stretch? Don't worry if you don't want to, just hold it for a moment. And then let's step forwards and in. Let's do that with the other leg. Little lean forwards, stepping it back, heel up and in, step it back, roll down through that foot. So it's a nice gradual stretch, heel up and in. 2 more, step, roll it down, heel up and in. Last one, we're ready to hold. Step it back, into that lunge if it's available, if you've got enough stretch in that calf. Don't force it, never force a stretch. And stepping onto that front leg, and let's step in. Okay, great work. We're going to come sideways onto the bar again now, and we're going to go back to those tendus that we learnt last week. So we're coming back to that first position, pulling the knees up together, and I want you to feel that that squeeze is happening at the back of the hips here in the glutes. So ribs are down but connected, so we're lifting without flaring. Let's round that arm and lift it first position, opposite your tummy button, collarbones wide. Ready? Outside leg. We're going to stretch and close. Push the heel along the floor and close. So I want you to think of the inside of your ankle leading the way and close. Push and close. We've got 4 more. Push. How's your standing leg doing? Is your arch still lifted? Push and close. Last 2, and then we're going to be taking this out to the side in second position, and we'll match it with the arm. So let's open it out, elbow higher than your wrist, slide out and in. So keep the arm there, keep it going for me, and in. So I want you to make sure you're keeping that wrap in the hips, so your knee's on top, and we're not sitting into that other hip as you come out, and in. Okay, watch for this happening as well. And in. Stretch and in. 2 more. Stretch and in. Last one, and then we're going to go to the back and take the arm up to 5th. So it's coming up to here. Push back and in. Exhale on this and in. Now keep it going. That hand is slightly in front of you, it's not above your head. You can see that hand if you look up. and in. So with the leg, really important we keep that wrap in the hips and in. So now the outside of your ankle is leading the way, straight leg on the way back in, no bending. We've got one more. And in. Now out to second, little pliés for me. Plié and stretch. Plié and stretch. Just releasing this hip. That standing leg can be working really hard. We've got two more. Now, we're going to go back to first position with the arm and to the front, but we're going to go double time. You can stay half time if you want and do it slow, just as we were doing. If you want to make it a bit quicker, you can stay with me. Okay, we're ready for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Are we ready to go out to second? 2 and 1. Out to the side. 7, 6, 5. Keep that leg straight. 3, 2. Ready to go to the back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, little plie for me. Now let's go into a port de bras. Let's follow that hand up, open it out to the side and down. Up, don't worry if you can't take that arm all the way up, just take it to where it will go. 2 more. One last one. And down. Wonderful. So we've done some tendus. We're going to do one more set, but we're going to be adding in a little bit of lifting and tapping. I'd like you to keep it low, and as we do that, try and keep the rest of the body still, so no movement from above the hips. It can be very tempting, especially if you're lifting at the front, to lean back to help. Okay, so you're like a bit of a seesaw. Same when you go to the back. Okay, so try and stay still and work the muscles in here. Right, we're going to take the arm out to second and leave it there, just to keep it easy. If it gets tired, pop it on your hip. So we're going for 4 to the front. 4 and 3, 2. Now I'm going to leave this last one here. Now can you lift from that inner thigh? Just a little lift. Lift, tap. Lift, tap, lift, tap. Now close it in and we're ready to go to the side. 4, straight leg, pulling up tall and hold. Lift and tap. Lift, this might be a bit harder. Lift, lift and lift. Close it in. Are we ready to go to the back? 4 tendus. 4 and 3. Really stretch. 2. Now hold that knee straight, hip square. Lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap, lift and tap. Breathe in and let's take a plie to release. So we're ready to do all of those on the other side. You're doing very well today. Okay, so staying on the floor and nice and slow for the first set. So we're pulled up, hips wrapped, arm is coming to first position, opposite the tummy button, shoulders down, ribs down. Are we ready? Stretch out and close. So nice and slow so that you can really think about keeping that leg straight and stretching the foot. Stretch and in. Stretch and in. So really try not to bend that knee as you draw back in. Use the floor. Stretch and in. We've got 2 more before we go out to the side in second position. Stretch. And let's open that arm out, ready. Remember, elbow higher than your wrist. And in. Lift that heel and keep that wrap in the hips. Good turn out. So you don't want your knee pointing forward, you want it pointing at the ceiling if you can. pulling up tall and keeping that hip strong on your standing leg. Your arch is still lifted. And in. Stretch. And in. 2 more. And in, and then we're going to the back, remember. Let's take that arm up, ready? You ready to push back? Push. Now we're exhaling as we do this. Try and keep those tummy muscles in. And keep that leg turned out. So your outside ankle is on top. So you should feel like you're resting on the inside of your big toe. We've got 4 more. And in. 3. And in. 2. And in. 1 more. And in. Take the arm out, give me some pliés. 4. 3. 2. We're ready to go nice and quick. Into first position. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, out to second, going out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me a plie. Release. So we're taking those stretches over, up and over. Okay. Right. Are we ready? Let's take that arm out to second. We've got our lifts now. 4 and 3, 2. Hold it here. Now lift with that inner thigh. Lift. Tap. Stay over the hips with your shoulders. Now let's close it in. We're ready to go to the side. Pull up nice and tall. Ready? Arches lifted. Glute squeeze. 4. Heel underneath, knee on top. 2. Hold it here. Now this is a really hard one. Squeeze that hip. Tap. Lift. Lift, tap, lift, tap. We're ready to go to the back. Sorry, we're leaving it here, aren't we? 3. Getting carried away with the arms. Bit of choreography there. Hold, lift and tap, lift, tap. Make sure you're still turned out. Last one. Bring it in. Give me a plie. And give me a nice stretch over. And recover. Very well done. Right, we're going to do a little bit of lunging and squatting now. So, again, we're going to turn to face the bar. And we're coming back to hip distance. So you've got both hands on, but you might want to just step back a little bit so that you've got room for your knee in the lunge. So let's step one leg back and hinge forward so that we've got a straight line from your heel to the base of your skull, shoulders wide. Now you're going to watch this knee, make sure it goes over your toes. Now keep it small. 7, 6, 5. Really press into that front heel. 4, 3, 2. Now can you hold? Can you pulse it? 8, 7, 6. Feel that you're pressing into that heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Could you give me a little bit deeper? Take a breath in. Now exhale. Push up. And let's step in. We'll change sides. So we're going to step that other leg back. Just make sure your hip hasn't travelled with you. You're square to your bar. We're ready for those nice lunges. You're over your toes, pulling up tall, chin back, don't let your head drop down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pressing into that heel. Now hold it here, push into the heel, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold if you can. Can you give me a little bit deeper? Push up and step in. Wonderful. We're going to come to some squats now. So again, we want to be arm's length, but let's step the feet a little bit wider now. So we're going to go into a hinge and up. Just hinge, hinge. So we're sending the hips back but keeping the spine tall. 2 more. Are we ready to add in the squat? Hinge, squat, up. Hinge, squat, and up. Hinge, squat, and up. What's happening to your back? Is it staying neutral? And up. Can you feel that back arch or tuck under? Try and keep it the same all the way through. Hinge, sitting to the heels, push up. We want to keep the big toes down though, but we feel that we're pressing into the heels. Knees over toes and up. Wonderful. Okay, from there we're going to do a little bit of work in second position. So we're going to stay facing the bar. So I'm going to turn a little bit more this way. Now, come back a bit closer so the arms are more relaxed. We're going to take a little tonju with one leg and a little tonju with the other leg. So now the legs are wider than the hips and the shoulders. And I'd like you to just check that your turnout is even and your toes are level. Now, if you press out, are your knees going over your toes or have you rolled in? Now, if they're rolled in, can you press those thighs back by squeezing here to get them over the toes? Or if you can't, just make your turnout a little less extreme for now. That strength will come. We're going to take a plie here, so we're staying tall, shoulders over hips, pressing out, and up. Now I want you to try and feel the music. 2 counts for down, 2 for up. Feet are staying flat on the floor, arch is lifted, press out, and up. 4, and up. 3, and up. 2, and up. 1, and up. Now step onto one leg, point the toe down, point down. Straight leg. So you're just peeling one foot up, transferring your centre of gravity. One more each leg. Come down. Now we're going to add that into a plie. Are we ready? So you're going to go plie, push, plie, push, plie, push, plie, and push. Really try and lift that heel. And as you come down into that plie, watch for sinking down. Stay tall. Pressing those thighs back. 3, 2, now we're going to add in a little tap. Plie, tap, plie, tap, plie, tap, plie, tap, plie, and tap, plie, and tap, plie, and tap. Last one. Back to plies. 4, 3, 2, now this is a tricky one, stay here. Can you lift your right heel? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. Ready for 4 more plies. 4, 3, 2, press those thighs back, hold, left heel, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. Now take the hands off the bar, take a stretch up, inhale, and exhale. Okay, well done. I think it's time for us to grab those weights and do a bit of upper body work now. So I'm just going to get you to pick up one weight for now. Nice and safely come into your squat, bring the weight close to you and push up. So you're going to hold it, fingers wrapped round, thumb forwards, and we're going to start in 6th position, feet together, pulled up nice and tight. Now you're just going to swing the arm forwards and back. Really try and lift to the back, but without rolling that shoulder inwards. Forwards and back. Forwards, can you feel that core starting to work to stabilise you? Forwards and back. One more and back. Okay, bring it in, push, push. So the shoulders are open, we're trying to keep the upper arm still, just bending from the elbow. 2 and 1. Okay, let's add that in to some movement with the legs. So we're going to come into a little squat as we swing the arm. Are we ready? So it's going forwards as we bend. Forwards and back. Forwards, you can take it a bit higher if you can. Try and keep the knees squeezed together. Forwards and back. Forwards, really controlled. Forwards and back. One more and back. Now bring it in, little rise and in. Up onto those toes. Ball of the foot. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Wonderful. Okay, let's wrap those hips, come into 1st position, and we're going to do a port de bras but with the weight in the hand. Now we are going to start to add in a little bit of a body movement, but if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, a diastasis, hernia or prolapse, you're going to stay upright. There will be no flexion side to side, okay? So we're going to take that arm up, open, down, up, open, down, up, open, down. Last one like this, or staying here if that's advisable for you. And down. Okay, so if you can, you're going to come across, up, open, and down. So the body is following from above the hips, staying really tall, and feel those abdominals drawing in. 2 more, up, open, down. 1 more. Pulling those knees together, stay really tall. Down and in. Now we're going to take the arms slightly forwards. We're going to do a plie with a bicep curl. Okay, we're ready. Plie and plie. We're going for 4 more. 3, 2 and 1. Okay, bring it all the way down, and we're going to change sides now. So 6th position to begin with, knees pulled up nice and tight, pulled up tall, ready for that arm swing, shoulder open, abdominals on, so we're swinging forwards and Try not to let the body move, just the arm. It's really controlled. Resist with your core. Forwards and back. Even with a light weight, this can be quite challenging. 3 and back. We've got 2 more here. Now this last one, we're going to leave the arm behind and you're going into your little tricep presses. Bend, push, 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2. Are we ready to add this into our little squat? Okay, into that squat and up. Squat and up. So if your hips are going all over the place, step your feet a little bit wider and up. It's very hard to do a parallel plie with knees together and keep the hips under control. So if you need to, adjust your position and up. Forwards and up. We've got 2 more. And up. Remember this last one, we're keeping the arm at the back. And we're going to start with those heel raises. Bend and push. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Let's wrap into first position. Take that arm down and rounded, ready for our port de bras. So as this arm lifts, watch for the ribs wanting to come with you. So it's nice and slow and controlled. Now be very aware of your shoulder. If you're getting a click, once or twice is okay, but if it does it every time, make your range of movement small and miss out the bit where it clicks. This is the last one like this, unless you're staying here because it's safer for you. Adding in that body movement across. Pull the abdominals in as you come up and round. Across. Up. Round. And down. 2 more. Across. Up. Round. And down. Last time. Across. Up. Round. And down. Are we ready for bicep curls? Plie and stretch. So it doesn't need to be a big plie. Your legs have done a lot of work today. Just letting them stay moving. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down with that arm. And let's just step away from the bar, give the shoulders a roll. We're going to pick up that second weight now. So again, nice and safely, just like you did. Into that squat, bring it in, push up. So now we're going without the bar for a minute. We're going to do a little bit of work in the centre. So coming into second position for me, holding the weights, fingers round, thumbs forward. Let's turn the palms to the front. Just check the elbows are still soft, you haven't locked them out. Okay, we're only going a little way, but we're going to do a lot of reps. So a little plie and down. 7, 6. Now make sure you're not taking the arms forwards, not yet anyway. 5. Sorry, I miscounted. We've got 2 more. And hold. Give me little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. Second set. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and in. Okay. From there, we're going to go to bicep curls with both arms. So let's just bring the arms slightly forwards. Ready? With a plie. Plie. And up. 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to bring the arms down and we're going to take the feet turned into parallel position now, but wider. So just like we do for a squat. Now we're going to bring the weights to the side of the ribs, elbows back, shoulders open, but just check you haven't popped your ribs forwards. We're going to do a squat and we're going to push forwards as we do it. What I want you to watch for is that you don't round the shoulders as you do it. So chin back, ribs down, we're going to do some squats. Hinge, squat, and in. Hinge, squat, and in. Hinge, squat, and in. Hinge, is that chin down, neck long. 3, and in. 2 more. And in. Last one, but we're going to stay in the squat. If you can, come up if you need to, just the arms. In, push, in, push. 6, and 5. Are you still over those toes, but weight in your heels? 3, 2, and 1. Pushing up. Let's bring those down. I'm going to pop the weights down. Bring them into the body, into your squat. Pop them down safely. And we're going to come back to our bar for a little bit of stretching here. So we're going to start sideways on, well, sort of diagonally. Legs turned out, you're going to take one leg back. So I'd like you to lift up and stretch over towards the bar, but diagonally forwards. And back, through, up, over and reach forwards, come up and through, up and forwards, up and through. Last one, up and forwards, up and through. Now let's pick up, turn to parallel, pick up that back leg. Now grab hold of your leggings, your trousers, foot if you can, knees together, pulling up tall and breathing nice, long, even breaths. We've already done some really good calf stretching. Now let's release that foot. Can you rest it on top of the other leg, onto the thigh just above the knee, and sit into a hip stretch. And then we're going to push up and step down. So let's do those on the other side. So we're turned out, we're in a little bit of a diagonal. Let's take that leg back. And you're coming over towards the bar but forwards. Come back up and just turn the body. Up and over, reach forwards on that diagonal. So you're thinking of reaching in line with that front foot. Stretching over and through. Stretch and through. Okay, turn to parallel. Let's pick up that back foot, knees together. Really important that you don't arch the back on this one. Think of drawing the tummy in, ribs pulling up towards your hips so that you feel the stretch in the right place. And then let's release that foot, take it across the front. tall spine. Big, long, deep breaths. Is that heart rate coming back down now? And then pushing up. So again, we're just going to step away from the bar for the last tiny little bit. Into first position. Let's take the arms up, all the way to shoulder height if you can. Open, follow one hand and down. Lifting up. Let's open out. And down. Now let's add in the foot, step out. Take it behind, give me a little curtsy. And out to the other side. And a curtsy. And very well done. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you've enjoyed that and it's set you up for the day, given you a bit of an energy boost. So, hope you enjoyed that, Mary. Take care, everyone, and I will see you very soon.